Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. My name's Ethan, and in this video I'll be doing a general collective energy reading. Keep in mind, this is a general collective reading, so it may not resonate with everyone, and that is okay. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And as a quick disclaimer, I am not a professional. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. I'm simply making these for fun and as a creative outlet to express my intuition. Now, this reading speaks about emotional release, karmic clarity, and stepping fully into your power. This is a message about trusting the universe, dissolving old fears, and building a future that is stable, aligned, and truly fulfilling. For the overall energy of this spread, I pulled the first quarter moon in Aquarius, Trust the Universe, the full moon in Cancer, Let your fears dissolve, and the last quarter moon in Aries, Work through your feelings. I thought it was ironic that the full moon in Cancer card showed up at the top of the spread, considering the fact that we have a full moon in Cancer in 2 days. Also, if you hear those explosions in the background, it's fireworks. It's a little distracting. It is still New Year's Day. Everyone's just partying. All the neighbors are being loud. So I may be a little distracted, but I'm trying to stay focused, trying to keep myself aligned and centered. So right away, the universe makes its message clear. This phase is about divine redirection. Something didn't go according to plan, but it was never meant to. Aquarius energy asks you to zoom out and see the bigger picture. What felt like resistance was actually protection. What felt like loss was a course correction. You may not have had all the answers, but you were still being guided. With the full moon in Cancer energy of Let Your Fears Dissolve, this is the emotional core of the reading. Cancer rules the heart, emotional security, attachment, and the past. Under this full moon, suppressed emotions rise to the surface. Fears around abandonment, rejection, or emotional vulnerability can no longer be ignored. This is the moment when feelings peak. You might have felt overwhelmed, you may have cried, you might have questioned whether you were too much, but this card says that your emotions are not the problem, they are the portal. The full moon on that card, I see it kind of like the light at the end of the tunnel. That is the portal. And you can't miss it. I mean, it's right there. Moving on to the last quarter moon in Aries, Work through your feelings. After the emotional release comes empowerment. Aries energy doesn't sit in emotion, it moves with it. This phase is all about courage, about choosing a new response instead of repeating old reactions. This isn't about suppressing feelings anymore, it's about honoring them and then choosing yourself anyway. Now, the Oracle guidance cards that I pulled to guide us through this collective energy were the cards Enough, which says appreciated, patient, self-love. Mirrors, reflections, empathy, understanding. And Sovereign, courage, reclamation, destiny. The Enough card is powerful because it's a reminder that many people forget. You are enough right now, not when you do more, not when you overextend yourself, not when you give more, not when someone finally sees your worth. If you've been overgiving, waiting too long, or over-explaining, this card is asking you to stop. Your worth was never negotiable. With the Mirrors card, every relationship shown in this reading is serving as a mirror. Each relationship reflected where you overextended, where you may have abandoned yourself, and where you accepted less than you actually deserved. This isn't about blame, it's about awareness. Because once you see the pattern, you can finally break it. So this is a judge-free zone. Again, these are cards. I meditated, I talked to spirit guides of the highest light, and some people believe in the spiritual aspect of it, other people are just watching this to see what the story says. So there's no judgment on my part. Moving on to Sovereign. This is the turning point. Sovereign energy says your power is no longer up for debate. You're reclaiming your emotional authority. You're stepping into self-leadership, and you're no longer waiting for permission to choose yourself. This is destiny alignment. Now, going into the tarot spread to clarify this overall energy, we start with the Tower card. And this reveals a sudden emotional or mental collapse. Maybe a truth came out, a realization hit hard, something you believed in couldn't stand anymore. And while it felt shocking, this collapse freed you from illusion. The Nine of Cups reversed. This indicates that what you thought would fulfill you, it just didn't. This card shows emotional disappointment, a wish that looked good on the outside but felt empty inside. It wasn't that you failed, it's that the desire was not aligned with your authentic self, with your truth, with your values. Excuse me. Now moving on to the Knight of Wands reversed. Here we see the instability, hot and cold energy, passion without consistency. This could represent someone who is exciting but unreliable, or energy that sparked quickly but burned out just as fast. And this could also be a little bit of like a love bombing kind of energy. Next we have the Two of Cups. And this indicates to me that despite everything, the feelings were real. There was a connection. There was mutual emotional support and connection, but maybe not equal emotional readiness. The love existed, but the alignment did not. Now, with the Four of Pentacles, this shows holding on. This could be emotionally or energetically, or even physically, depending on your circumstance. It indicates a fear of letting go, fear of losing what's familiar, fear of starting over, but holding on too tightly blocks what's meant to come next. So you're not able to clear a way forward because you're holding on too tightly. As you can see with the goose doesn't want to give anything. He's like standing on the coins, holding it up, he has it on his head. He's like, nope, mine, mine, mine. Next, with the Six of Cups reversed, this is indicating a release of the past because the nostalgia is becoming unhealthy. Which again, sorry about those fireworks, they are so loud. This could be that karmic ties are dissolving, the nostalgia fades, you're no longer meant to live in emotional memory. You need to live in the present. The past taught you, but it no longer defines you. Moving on to the Seven of Cups reverse, this shows that you're finally reaching a point of clarity. The confusion is lifting, the illusions are falling. You see the situation and the person exactly as they are, not the fantasy that you created in your mind, which as a Cancer myself, ooh, I do that all the time. Oh, it's crazy, it's crazy. I know it's all like chemical in the brain, but oh, when that fantasy starts up, good luck getting me out of it. 1 second, I'm gonna take a sip of my drink really quick. So, this is emotional sobriety. With the Death card, this is all about transformation. So an old version of you is ending, the version that settled, the version that waited, the version that doubted their worth. And what's being reborn is unstoppable, as you can see down here at the bottom of the spread. This is the future energy. So we start with the Ace of Pentacles, which is a real, tangible new beginning. This could be a healthier relationship, emotional security, financial or career growth tied to your self-worth. This is something that you can build on, a foundation. Moving on to the Eight of Pentacles, this is about your consistency, effort, and commitment moving forward. You're learning to invest in what invests in you. No shortcuts, no chaos, just aligned progress. It could be learning a new skill, starting a new job, showing up every day, and eventually being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Moving on to the Ten of Pentacles, this is long-term fulfillment. This is emotional safety, legacy, stability that lasts. This card says what's coming isn't temporary. And again, this is the future energy. This is where you were trying to align yourself, the end goal. Now, we close the reading with the Queen of Pentacles, and this is you. Maybe not right now. You may be the Queen of Pentacles reversed. There may be a little bit of a craziness, overwhelm, excuse me, instability, but overall message is that you're trying to reach the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a grounded, secure, nurturing energy, and it's nurturing without self-sacrifice. It's having more than enough to give. Excuse me. It's knowing your worth and living it daily. You don't chase anymore, you attract. Now, the overall closing messages and affirmations that I wrote down for this reading is that this reading is about emotional liberation and self-reclamation. You didn't lose something, you outgrew it. You didn't fail, you evolved. You didn't fall apart, the universe rearranged your life for alignment, even if you can't see it right now. The affirmations that I wrote down for this reading are: I trust the universe, I release fear, I honor my worth, I welcome aligned love, stability, and abundance. So I trust the universe, I release fear, I honor my worth, I welcome aligned love, stability, and abundance. If this reading resonated, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I'd love to hear what part of this message spoke to you most. About to say massage. Which part of this massage spoke to you? But thank you for watching, and until next time, trust the process. Bye.